They certainly don't want it as a member of NATO, and I'm sure they want Zelensky to step down. And the Ukrainians want the opposite, which is they want to build up their conventional weapons. They want to be a member of NATO, and they want to keep a strong government led by Zelensky in. This is why it's going to be difficult, I think, to get a ceasefire negotiation in place.
Yeah. And I should point out the Biden administration tonight signing a $775 million additional supplemental package for Ukraine. Obviously, in the scheme of the money that's gone in, it's de minimis, but it's still important. It's a signal they want to get in as much as they can prior to a change in administrations. General, I am curious about the impact here of what is happening in Syria, right? As you point out, Putin's air force was crucial in Assad maintaining power. But now Aleppo has fallen for the first time since the civil war began. A war where Bashar al-Assad had been out on public stage, right, at international meetings, you know, sort of back. I don't want to say business as usual, but this sort of seemed to stun not just Putin but Assad. How much of this do you think stems from Putin being overextended?
I think all of it does, Aaron. And one of the things we have to mention is we're watching the attacks in Aleppo and Hamas and seeing the kind of tactical action on the ground. We also have to remember that Vladimir Putin loves Syria, and he only loves it for one reason. He has a major naval base at Tartus. He has a major Air Force base at a place called Khamenei, and both of those bases give him access to the Mediterranean. Once he loses that because of a potential overthrow of Assad, he has lost his capability to influence in the Med. He has somewhat lost his influence in the Black Sea based on the war with Ukraine, and his naval bases in the Baltics at Kaliningrad are also threatened. So you're seeing Putin really being tossed into a corner. These bases are all critical for their military presence in these areas, and increased rebel activity in northern Syria and the Turkish incursions have heightened concerns about the Russian supply routes even into the area. Assad is saying Russia is bombing in the area and they're helping counter the rebels. Yeah, they're not bombing with much because they don't have much to bomb with. They've lost a lot of aircraft in Ukraine, and they're, like I said a minute ago, they're in very bad states. And giving anything, and I just comment on your statement about the Russian ministry saying that they wanted Zelensky removed. Yeah. That's been the objective of Putin since day one in February of 22, to get Putin and to get Zelensky and his government out of Ukraine.